Hey guys, welcome back to Gardenomics 101, and today we're going to show you 5 ways that we're going to protect our plants from our 3-day winter coming up. The first way that we're going to show you how we protect our plants is with a thick layer of mulch to protect the roots so they don't freeze.
All right, y'all, so this is my satsuma tree. I've got 2 citrus trees. They're kind of exposed out here on the side of my house. I got a satsuma and a lemon. So what we're gonna do is, the first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna add some more mulch to protect the roots of this tree in case it gets too cold for too long. We're probably gonna put a nice 3 to 4 inch layer of wood chips. So let's go get some wood chips. All right, so if you don't have access to wood chips, you don't have to use wood chips. I just so happen to keep a pile on hand. You could also use pine mulch. But what you just want to make sure when you lay your mulch on the base of the plant, you just want to make sure that, again, that it's nice and thick.
You want to spread it out so it's not too thin on one side and too thick on the other.
You don't want to go up the tree.
Yeah.
Right? You want to try not to go too far up the tree. So, go nice and wide. There we go. All right, y'all, the second way that we're going to protect our plants from the freeze are with these fabric covers. I actually bought these on Amazon. It's pretty cool. I'm not going to put them on the tree right now. I'm going to put them on the day before it freezes. But it's like a big bag, and it's got a zipper on it right here. So essentially I can just come and put it on top of the tree like so, and I can zip it up. Now here's the challenge though. Sometimes with these bags, what will happen is if a leaf is touching the fabric and the fabric freezes, you might lose that leaf. But in general, you're gonna protect the plant. So I've got some of these for our plants that I cannot move. All right, now you might not have these really cool fabric bags to protect your, they call them frost blankets, but you can just use any type of fabric. If you have a sheet, any plastic sheeting, again, you just want to be careful. If you use plastic in particular, anything that touches the plastic and freezes, it's going to die. And if you just put like a sheet, if it rains, that sheet's going to get really, really heavy and weigh down on your plant. So one of the ways we're going to show you here how we're protecting some of our other plants is we're going to build a really quick structure for our fabric.
Our third way that we're going to protect our plants is to build our own structure. So back here in this corner, we have a bunch of plants. 3 of them are the rubber plant, monstera, and apothos, I think it's called. And so we're going to build our own structure to try to protect all of them, but we might not save all of them.
All right, y'all, I'm not really sure what I'm doing here, but I have some PVC pipes, and all I'm doing is, I got my mallet, I'm putting them in the ground, and what I want to do is I want to use these just as a structure to put a tarp over, and it'll keep the tarp off the foliage of the plants, and it'll protect it
So
from
it doesn't
frost.
freeze it
So it
or
doesn't
weigh
freeze
it down.
That's right. So it doesn't freeze or doesn't weigh it down. So I'll use these, and I don't know if this is exactly how it's going to look, but I'll use these to support the front part of the tarp, and then I'll probably connect the tarp to the fence. And all I'm trying to do is keep the frost off of it and hopefully have some warmth. And then probably what I'll end up doing is I've got these Christmas lights along the fence. I'll probably take those lights down and just put them around the base of some of the plants. Just
So it
to
keeps it relatively warm?
Yep, to keep some of the heat in. It's not going to create a lot of heat, but it might create enough to keep some frost off of it.
Let me try. Let me try. Let me try.
Okay, it's like Thor.
So our fourth way that we're going to protect our plants from the freeze or our 3-day winter is our greenhouse. So we have a couple of plants in here that I know the name of. So we have an olive tree. I don't know if you can see it.
That's a new one to us, so it's still kind of young. It's not very hardy yet.
Yeah. We have 2 avocado trees. They're both really young. This is how they're not big. This one's really small. We have a hibiscus plant. And then we have, I don't know if you can see it back here, but we have a plumera.
Plumera. You can see down there, you can see the stalk of the plumera. We also have some guava right there. I'm really concerned about my guava.
And so the greenhouse will keep it warm because it's in something. But then we also have a chicken light, which we used for when we had our chickens.
So we'll heat
And
lamp.
it'll keep it warm.
Yeah.
Then we also have lights that we're probably gonna wrap around the base of the plant.
Well, they're already
So-
wrapped around the base. These hanging lights are just more for looks at the top.
Yeah.
But down
and some
here-
of them are wrapped around
Yeah.
the bottom, so it keeps the roots warm.
And also, all the plants are nice and close. They're all snuggling. So
And these are a lot of like tropical plants.
yeah, they are tropical. But you know, see how they're snuggling, so they'll kind of keep each other warm. And we're also monitoring the temperature here.
So we have, you see this thermometer here? It's covering it.
There.
This thermometer. So that's the one on the ground. Then we have one hanging up there at the top. I don't know if you can see it, but right there, up there at the top. And then we have kind of like a controller in our house so we can monitor it from the inside, so we can see how cool it is at the bottom and how cool it is at the top.
Now, if you don't have access to a greenhouse, you could easily just bring your plants inside if you have a garage or something along those lines.
We might bring some of these plants inside.
Yeah,
Keep them warm.
we might.
Avocado.
I actually thought about bringing in some of the younger plants inside, but I'm gonna give them a chance out here. If I kind of have a philosophy, if you take too much time for me to care for you, then it's too much work. So we'll see if these guys can survive the winter. They should inside there. It should be warm enough in there. It shouldn't get
It's
too
a
cold.
lot warmer in here. When it was closed, when we opened it and walked in, it was really, really, really warm. This plant keeps getting in our face.
Plant keeps getting in her face. Maybe we'll sleep in there and our body heat will keep them warm. All right, the 5th way that we're gonna protect our plants during the freeze is we have this corner in here. It's kind of sheltered. We've got 2 fences on either side, and we're just gonna take all of our other potted plants that don't fit in the greenhouse. We're just gonna push them all here in the corner, and then we'll probably drop a sheet or something on them just to maybe protect them from the frost, if there's any frost.
We can move these lights above you around here to keep them relatively warm. These lights.
Well, we're gonna put those lights around the
Put
other
these lights
stuff.
over there.
We're just gonna put them here and hope for the best, and if they die, then we did our best.
Yeah. Thanks for watching our 5 ways to protect our plants during our 3-day winter. Hope this helps you protect yours.